Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, and today I'll be reading an Arlecchino Listener by me. So let's get into it. It was not unusual for you to feel self-conscious. Everyone had their moments of doubt. But recently, that nagging voice in your mind had grown louder and more persistent. You had always been aware of your body, comparing yourself to others, especially to those around you that seemed effortlessly perfect. The weight of that comparison had begun to wear you down, eroding your self-confidence bit by bit. You reached the door of the grand estate where you and Arlecchino lived, hesitating for just a moment before pushing it open. The warmth of the hearth greeted you immediately, a stark contrast to the cold outside. But despite the physical warmth, there was still something that made you shiver, a chill lingering in your heart. Welcome back. Arlecchino's voice was like a melody, smooth and rich, instantly calming your frayed nerves. She stood near the fireplace, her eyes catching the firelight, making them glow with an intensity that took your breath away. Hey, you responded, offering a small smile that did not quite reach your eyes. You could feel her gaze on you, sharp and assessing you, as if she could see right through you. You're late today, she remarked, stepping closer, her gloved hand reaching out to brush a stray lock of hair from your face. Her touch was gentle, contrasting with the steel in her demeanor. Got caught up in something, you murmured, lowering your gaze to avoid those piercing eyes. And Arlecchino tilted her head slightly, her expression unreadable. What's on your mind? You can tell me, she asked, her voice softening ever so slightly. And you hesitated, the words caught in your throat. How could you tell her? How could you admit that the person she loved was not enough? At least, that's how you felt about yourself. But her gaze, patient and unwavering, made it clear that she was not going to let this go. I've just been feeling a little bit off, you finally admitted, your voice barely above a whisper, and you could feel the sting of tears threatening to spill, and you hated how weak you felt in that moment. Arlecchino frowned, her brows knitting together in concern. Off? What do you mean? She reached out, taking your hand in hers, her touch both firm and reassuring. You took a deep breath, trying to steady yourself. I've just been thinking a lot about myself lately, about how I look and how I don't measure up. She was silent for a moment, her gaze searching your face, trying to understand. You're worried about your appearance? She asked at last, disbelief clear in her voice. He nodded, feeling a fresh wave of shame wash over you. I know it sounds silly, especially considering everything else going on, but I can't help it. I look at myself and I don't like what I see. Arlecchino's expression softened, the hard edges of her usual demeanor melting away. She stepped closer, her hands tightening around yours. Listen to me, she said, her voice firm but gentle. You are perfect as you are. There is not a single thing about you that I would ever want to change. Nothing that I don't love. You looked up at her, your eyes wide and glistening with unshed tears. But you're You're so perfect, so strong, and I'm not. I feel like I'm not good enough for you, Arlecchino. Her grip tightened on your hands, as if she was trying to physically anchor you to her. Don't ever say that, she said, her voice laced with an emotion that took you by surprise. You were more than enough for me. I don't care about the things you think are flaws. I see you for who you are, and that is someone I love deeply. Her words hit you like a wave, and you felt the tears spill over, cascading down your cheeks. But what if you stopped loving me because of it? He whispered, voicing your deepest fear. Arlecchino kept your face in her hands, wiping away your tears with her thumbs. That will never happen, she said. I fell in love with you, not some idealized version of you. Every part of you, even the parts you don't like, is a part of the person that I cherish. You closed your eyes, leaning into her touch, letting her words wash over you. For so long, you had let your insecurities fester in the dark corners of your mind. But hearing her speak so honestly, so passionately, made it easier to believe that maybe, just maybe, you were not as flawed as you thought. Thank you whispered, your voice trembling with emotion. Arlecchino pulled you into a tight embrace, her arms wrapping around you in a way that made you feel safe, secure, and most importantly, loved. You never have to thank me for loving you. It's the easiest thing in the world. And the two of you stayed like that for a while, wrapped in each other's arms, the warmth of the fire in her embrace, slowly melting away the chill that had settled in your heart. The world outside, with all its harshness and cold, seemed distant and unimportant compared to all the love that she was able to make you feel in that very moment. As the night wore on, you found yourself sitting together by the fire, Arlecchino's hand in yours. And then she would speak softly, telling you stories of her past, of the battles that she had fought, and the people she had met. But every now and then, she would pause, her gaze locking onto yours, and with all the love in the world in her eyes, as if to remind you that she was here, with you, and that nothing else in the world mattered. Nothing else at all.